Yellow!
Hey bud, what's up?
Oh, just getting going here.
Place a disaster?
Oh yeah, big time, bud.
Let's make this happen.
Sounds good.
I'll be up front. Bye.
Let's go to the McDons house. Let's go to the McDons. Let's go to the McDons house and play some songs. Let's go to the McDons house. Let's go to the McDons. Let's go to the McDons house and play some songs.
Thanks, everybody.
It's Ryan's spot of the week. It's Ryan's spot of guys, been a while, eh? Yeah, well, we're going back. We're going way back. 1887. I mean, we're talking great-grandmother era. You know, there's no electricity floating around. It was before your time, laddie. But barbed wire, that was invented back then. 1887, they had to keep people from getting into the farms and stealing the chickens and stuff, right? Which led to possibly the greatest movie of all time, starring Pamela and the twins. That's right. Wilfrid Laurier, he was around back then. You know, he was raking his way towards the $5 bill. And he's been with us ever since. And also, apparently, there were freaking werewolves. I'm with you on the fact that werewolves, like we see in the stupid movies, Howling at the Moon and such, they don't exist. But what about the Dog Man? You're probably thinking what I'm thinking right now, Dog the Bounty Hunter, right? He's the Dog Man. And I mean, take a minute. Look at those sweet goldy locks. Look at that hair. And apparently, the rumor is that he grew that dog hair with the power of Christ. This is gonna sound batshit crazy, but people are reporting a dog man. We're talking about a huge 6-7 foot creature walking on 2 legs, you know, leaving dog prints behind. You know, it's covered in shit brown fur. People say it's got the big German Shepherd kind of head going on, the big snout, the pointy ears, you know, wide chest, muscular physique like me, pushing weight in its spare time, you know, when it's not stealing chickens from the coop and stuff. But yeah, the Dog Man. So the first reported sighting of the Dog Man, 1887. But we're talking about 2 friggin' lumberjacks, bearded lumberjacks. There wasn't much going on back in 1800s. You couldn't just come home after a hard day's work, you know, open up the phone book, call a local pizza shop, get a large pizza, you know, 16-inch, 14-inch, whatever they got, watch some Netflix, pass out 10 minutes into the show because you ate too much beets. And maybe that's why the stories we keep hearing of today, because people are looking for their 15 minutes of fame. You know, they don't have a show where they can drink orange pop on camera that people might watch, you know, like 3-4 people. Huge scratches being found on the door, like way at the top of the door. Not no little dog gonna scratch up at the top of the door, you know. Hey, wake up. You think he could scratch 6 feet high? I don't think so, unless I was holding him, which is one possibility, all right? But let's forget about that. Multiple reports of people finding large shitsy poos in their yard, and it's so big, it couldn't have come from a regular dog. I mean, it had to be the Dog Man, Dog the Bounty Hunter, or Beth, his wife, or all 3. Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox was actually based on a true story, and a wolf man or a dog man led the Beavers to the state championship in the basketball, high school basketball league basketball. I mean, even old James Hetfield, Metallica, they wrote a song about the Dog Man. I think it was about the Dog Man, of Wolf and Man, right? And the Guess Who, they wrote a song about getting the clap from the Wolf Man. You know, they obviously had sex with the Dog Man, and they got the clap. And they spread that worldwide, most likely. Some kind of rabies, clap, variation disease. And you're probably infected and you should go get meds. And that's gonna be on your medical file. So don't let your parents see it.
It's Ryan's spot of the week. It's Ryan's spot of the week.
last but not least, a special introduction goes out to one of the purveyors, one of the founders of progressive rock music from London, England. Would you please welcome Mr. Robert Fripp? The Rocker!
Mark's made a list of the best albums in the history of the human being. Records we all should talk about. An album we could all listen to this week.
All right, we are back after the break. And think of it, Deep Purple was no problem for me to figure out what the #1 Deep Purple album was. I said Concerto for Group and Orchestra, and that turned out to be number 14 on the list. Now when it came to think of the second best Deep Purple album in the history of the human being, it was a little bit harder. But you know, I thought, okay, Book of Taliesin, number 29. But then the third album, self-titled, came in at 30. So I thought we're splitting hairs here, because it's hard to pick what's the second one. You know, we split that hair down the middle. Well, it looks like this hair has 3 friggin' ends to it, because look at this. Number 31 coming right like, and again, and again. It's like the Ganja Warriors are from friggin' Riverview, and we're talking about Deep Purple, so we've crossed the line here. So if we want to keep crossing lines, if friggin' Don K, if Scream Bloody Gore is Don K's Folly, would this be Richie Blackmore's? Think about it, because the album before this was the classical album that John Lord wrote, and that's where they were getting pegged. So Richie Blackmore just kind of wanted to put a stop to that. So this was the album that was going to blow everything out of the water and rape and pillage and everything. And if this is Richie Blackmore's Folly, you'd think that maybe the guys from Delaney or ICB would say that, because the way that they were friggin' overblowing the equipment when they recorded this album and making these old guys that were the engineers scratch their head, you'd almost think that it was just foolishness, but it wasn't. This was the re-amalgamation of everything. Because think of it, we're thinking about, okay, we had like, you know, Black Sabbath and Deep Purple before that, but they weren't as heavy, and then friggin' Led Zeppelin. So you can almost parallel to the 80s thrash movement when you have Venom and you have friggin' Metallica, and then all of a sudden something like Rain and Blood comes out. And it's just like you already have heavy, but this is like, you know, the cat's in the bag, we have talons and everything's being destroyed. Well, this is what this was to Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin. Those were great bands, they were heavy, they proved a lot, but this came out kicking and screaming and tearing it up. So this album is worshipful and almost put on a level of Rain and Blood as far as that kind of album that's dangerous. So this particular version I'm showing here is France, so it's the longer version, but what I'm really referring to is when I first got into this album back in 1970, it's the first Deep Purple album I ever heard, by the way. It was the shorter North American version. So whatever you have the long European or the short North American, it's all good because it's vital. In fact, maybe the North American might be more vital because they didn't have that intro to friggin' make you think it was soft or hard. And they just cut right to it. Ian Gillan saying, "Get golly's another one that's falling!" And then that goes into Bloodsucker with What Can You Say? And then after that is Tara's favorite song, Child in Time. And then the one that friggin' he sang for the Queen because he was Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ Superstar. Flight of the Rat, man. Go figure that one out, I'll tell ya. And then after that would have been Into the Fire. And if we're going to talk about the Cajun Gypsies or the rock and fiddle blues band, we could even talk about the time I tried to play Living Wreck on Bob Landry's drum set back in '73. And then that would lead to Hard Lovin' Man, the best song on this album. I'll tell you, it beats Flight of the Rat by like, it's just like saying that Hard Lovin' Man beats Flight of the Rat would be like saying that this album is better than the third Deep Purple album. It comes down to a hair or less. Either way, this is it. And it was hard to pick the second best Deep Purple album. We had to do 3 in a row to make this buddy work, but we might just be there. And for those of you that know, you know. And for everyone else, give it a try and see if you can handle it. I don't know, is there any much more? Because, you know, we have Richie Blackmore. I just think about Ian Pace's drum work on this album. Like, oh my God, everything. It's just so vital. I should just shut up. Because that's all there is to it. Friggin' right, coming from you from Frank's Music via the McDons House. The 31st best album in the history of the human being. Deep Purple and Rock. 1970, June.
Mark's made a list of the best albums in the history of the human being. Records we all should talk about. An album we could all listen to this week. Let's go to the McDons house. Let's go to the McDons. Let's go to the McDons house and play some songs.
Thanks, everybody.